Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of the weekend so far. And welcome, of course, to your daily morning update on Ethereum. We're going to do a full update again. I'm going to be a little bit more positive. I mean, I've been not negative, but I've been neutral on Ethereum for the last week, and I think rightfully so, right? I mean, when you look at all my analyses over the course of the last week, they've been correct, right? I mean, we've predicted the move into 4,350 right here. We predicted that there was not enough momentum to break out when the markets were showing a little bit more upside on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then yesterday we also spoke about that major support level between 4,300 and 4,200, which is a mix of the 30-day rolling VWAP and the 200 EMA as great support. And so far we've also gotten a strong reaction there. On the lower time frames we've made at the 30-day rolling VWAP, which I like a lot. We've made a bullish divergence right here. I'm not sure what the RSI is doing. I mean, I could look it up, of course. Gonna see RSI, yeah, RSI also, so a double bullish divergence right here, with the price making lower lows and the volume also making lower lows. So that's not a divergence, but it's still bullish. And the price making lower lows and the RSI making higher lows. So that's a double bullish divergence at the 30-day rolling VWAP. Technically, that's great. That's a short-term bottoming confirmation. On the 4-hour time frame, it looks like a little bit of a weak bounce. I agree, but for now, I think it's enough. I mean, ETH BTC is also still quite strong. Bitcoin has stopped pushing down lower, which obviously yesterday Bitcoin was quite bearish. So for now, I think we're good. And one more reason, fundamentally, and I know I yap a lot about fundamentals, but I care about that, and I think it's very relevant for the price as well. Fundamentally, we've also seen some strength for ETH beta. Now, you cannot see this right now, but if you actually zoom out a little bit more, you can actually see that coins such as Pepe, but also Optimism, also Athena, have been doing quite well. And I think earlier this morning we saw some more strength, specifically like Pendle, Arbitrum, Optimism. Yeah, that's Ethereum beta. So the ecosystem is also showing some momentum in combination with some short-term bottoming action here. A fair value gap acting as a bit of a magnet to the upside. I think Ethereum is good to remain relatively stable. The one thing I'm a little bit worried about is the selling pressure we saw yesterday. So far, the selling pressure has been quite isolated to Bitcoin. I mean, if you take a look at this chart for Ethereum, you would say, well, that's extremely stable. That's fine. And that's true, but things can turn around if Bitcoin remains bearish. And we're entering a new month. If we enter a new month bearish, that could be the direction for the month. And very often it is, right? So that's the only thing where I'm saying, all right, well, if that happens, we could drop down lower into those fair value gaps a little bit lower on the higher time frames, right? I mean, we have a fair value gap at 4,000. We have one around 3,800. So that is a possibility in September, and depending on how the next couple of days go. But for now, I would say it's most likely short term. And also based on my assumptions and based on my bias for September, I'm also going to be talking a little bit more long term, because I do think, a move a little bit lower is to be expected, but I think it's more likely that, like I said, short term will remain stable. But I think medium term and long term, this area which we are at right now is also most likely going to be the stability area. And that from here, without dropping down into those fair value gaps, we can get a move into 5,250, which is my main price target, as it has been for some time. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts short term, based on fundamentals, based on technicals, but also a little bit more medium term, which I'll try to keep you updated on as well. Those are my thoughts. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.